Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to my question and answer segment entitled Friction's Pinion. Let's take a look at today's question. Mardi Gras Man 23 asks, how do you decide what sets to keep together and what gets thrown into the parts pile? For me, most of the time it's a fairly easy decision. I only keep sets together if I have a specific purpose for them, meaning I have an idea of how I could use that maybe in my Lego city, or in a future, or right now I may buy something and keep it on hand for a while because I have an intended use for that. And then there are some others that I may just want to keep around, on the shelf, as a display in my Lego room, or maybe we put some on display in my son's room on the shelves that he has, or like the Winter Village. We use those sets. I started that last year. My wife actually gave me permission, woohoo, to put those out in the main family room. That's right, Lego upstairs. Woo, it was nice. So we took those out, we built them and kind of set up a little Christmas scene, and with little Christmas lights and stuff kind of all around them. And so I have a very select thing of deciding, if I'm going to keep it together, it's going to have to be either for my city, for a display, either in my room, or something maybe related to our Christmas display that we started doing last year. Everything else goes into the parts pile. And then there are a few sets that I buy here and there in multiple quantities, maybe if I'm going to put in my Lego or my Bricklink store. Generally, when I buy something from my Bricklink store, I don't part out the entire set. I'll buy it for a certain thing. Maybe I buy superhero sets so I can sell the minifigures and keep the parts. Or maybe I buy a specific set because it has a lot of very useful parts in it. I keep those for myself, and a good example of those are the bulk brick boxes. I bought 10 of the pink brick box either earlier this year or last year whenever they went on clearance for about half price on Lego.com. And I kept probably about 10 individual pieces, but they came in a lot of quantities, and then I bought 10 of those. So I might have 60 of those, and then I'll just sell off the other bricks. Usually you don't make a lot of money, but anything like that helps. Any kind of selling of that just helps lower that investment that I'm making. In the end, to me, it's more about having more bricks that I can use to build instead of more bricks that I can have to sell. The selling's great, but all that money that I make from selling goes right back into new sets. And that's the goal, is to have your money recycled, not to put more new money into the process. If you can buy a set, keep some parts, and then sell the rest, and then use that money to buy some more, that's the goal that I strive for, is to not put new money in, to buy something, sell off part of it, and then use that to get more, and just build on that. So that's how I do it. But that's how I choose. Mainly it has to fit one of those three criterias, or it just goes into the parts pile to get used on a future project. So thank you, Mardi Gras Man 23, for your question. And what about you guys? How do you decide what sets you keep and what sets you throw into your parts pile, or maybe what sets you put on Bricklink? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.